Good morning, pregame crew. It is Thursday, January 20th, 2022, 8:23 a.m. Eastern, 6:23 a.m. Mountain. I am Chart Gal Lori. I am part of the Chart Guys community. This is who I am. Chart Gal Lori on Twitter if you want to follow me. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Audio visual check, please. Get my chat going. Good morning, Topher. Hey, Jorge. How's my crew? Thank you, Chuck. I appreciate it. Hi, Greg, Roger, Lisa, Amira, Asia, John, Joel, Night Truck, Scott, Veronica. I appreciate you. Yes, happy Jobs Day. 7 minutes. Jobless claims will be out. Pretty much 2 out of the 5 mornings per week, we have economic news that comes out. I think it's something you have to factor in, but the bigger ones matter, like GDP and ADP. These jobless claims that come out on Thursdays, which it's moved because of the holiday. It's not as important, but definitely can impact the market. Remember, we have nat gas and oil inventory, I believe, today because of the MLK holiday. It got moved, something you need to be aware of. Hi, James. Good morning to you. You're my friend. Hey, Verbal, King, Jeremy, Ahmed, Glass Eye, Raymond, Fat N. What's up, Links? Andre, Love Kiss, Bo. Good morning, good morning. This should be a high volume pregame show because fear brings all the traders to the yard when it comes to the pregame show. We have potential 4-hour bear flags setting up. It is just heavy. The market is heavy. Could this be the real dead cat bounce day? Meaning, well, dead cat bounce is you bounce and you don't change trends. So that we had a dead cat yesterday. So we just called those oversold bounces. When real bulls step in, we will know because we will have trend changes. We won't just have bounces with no follow through. That's the difference between bears covering and bulls buying. We want bears to cover and bulls to buy at the same time. So with ES, I'm going to get in a shorter time frame here. Actually, let me go look. Y'all have a request. Oh, hey, Judd. Thanks for being here. I appreciate you. Hey, Luciana, Rod, Danny, Joel, Don. Good morning. Good morning. Somebody asked, where did it go? Someone asked about ARK. So ARK, it's still on my radar. I had this falling wedge yesterday. We broke bull, came back, tested it, got a lower high. Then, of course, hardly anybody could survive the bearish close that we had yesterday. Yet the daily RSI is still 26 on ARK, weekly RSI 26, monthly not oversold yet, but I am still looking for a bounce in ARK, but I don't have to front run this. I don't have to be cute at all. I can wait for a 15-minute trend change. That should tell us a ton, and it needs to happen during regular trading hours. See that big pop yesterday, pull back, lower high. It's got to happen during regular trading hours. And if you buy that first 15-minute trend change and attempt, which we had one over here and failed, it could work for you, but we need the market to cooperate or it's just going to be futile. Hey, Mustang, Chris. Okay. Caesar wanted me to go, a TCG member wanted me to go over XOM. I like XOM short. I'm with you, daily inside bar. And just to scale out, we are not at all-time highs. We're at 52-week highs, but not all-time highs. Something nice to remind yourself. XOM and oil have been raging bulls, so we don't need to get it twisted. But I do like a top fish of 73.80, and if that's what you took, Caesar, great trading. And I would say looking at bounces compared to $74 for potential short makes sense. And XLE is actually one of my Queen of the Mountain trades. I like a short of XLE compared to 64.86. And here's my problem. Energy and financials took us here. They brought us here. That's the only reason we haven't rolled over into weekly RSI oversold conditions is because of XLF and XLE. Because NASDAQ has done nothing to help us. So when I go look at XLE, let me bring this up here. When I look at XLE and XLF, I am not encouraged because I was bearish last Friday on XLF. I got some blowback for that, but that's okay. It worked out. It worked out beautifully if you're still in it. But XLF has a potential 4-hour bear flag. XLE lost the hourly uptrend yesterday. I just like a top fish on it. So if XLE and XLF, if they're going to roll over, then who's left to save us? Apple. NQ and Apple. QQQ has to step in. Apple to me is now ever more important than it ever has been, because we can't have everything rolling over at the same time if the big boys and the generals aren't going to step up. So Apple got us to the party over here. This big Apple run here and here, they brought us to the party, but then they just left us there. So are they going to come back and pick us up and keep the party going? Because right now everything feels super, super heavy. Good morning. Yep, I just talked about XOM. Shane, I was talking 10-minute hike in Ashy. I like the 10-minute hike in Ashy, and you can look at it chart by chart. I like when I'm looking at a trend, 5 minutes too short, 15 minutes too long. When I'm day trading, I find that 10-minute hike in Ashy candles once I'm in a trade. But that's so different than scouting a trade setup. So if I'm scouting a trade setup, I'm typically flipping, of course, daily, 4 hour, 1 hour, and 15 minute. That's what I'm flipping. That's looking for a setup. Once I'm in a setup and I'm in a trade, if I want to make sure I don't get a lot of false signals, the 10 minutes, that sweet spot for me once I'm in a trade. So that's the difference between those two. Good morning. Coin is looking close to a buy. Let's see. I think this is daily inside bar, or was that yesterday? Nope. Daily RSI is not oversold. That's the problem with coin. Do you see that? So many of the names that we're looking for max capitulation in ARC, IWM, Nvidia, they have RSI extended. Coin does not. It's doing the yo-yo. What do you call that when they walk the dog? They walk the dog on yo-yo. When you walk the dog on yo-yo, you just walk the dog on RSI. And it oversold RSI, or one of our edges to get into oversold names, then therefore it has to be oversold. And coin isn't. Look at this. Look at this brilliance. Skirt, skirt. Keep that RSI from getting oversold. Look at that. So in this manner, they can systematically sell coin and then take their foot off the gas. Sell coin, take their dangerous than any of the other names I'm looking at, because RSI is not oversold and it's systematic. What type of algos do you have to keep RSI from even getting below, was that 35? What kind of algos? This is just systematic selling. All right, you know what time it is. It is pregame time. So I'm Chart Gal Lori. I'm part of the Chart Guys community. We teach technical analysis. This is who I am. And this is the gal to my guy, the guy to my gal. I'm part of Chart Guys. We teach technical analysis. And what I do here every morning, weekday morning that is go over indices, crypto, commodities, movers, and shakers of the day. My goal is to take another right. If we're taking a right, then you take a left. It's about map. Here's the structure. Here's the framework. Now let's see how price action develops over that framework today. We'll see. So ES, if you're interested in my chart setup, it's on the screen now, and I'm going to delete it to save real estate. Momentum. Not only can I tell that because we're trapped underneath the 8 EMA over here and price action is in downward trend, it just shows me there's no hint of the bears letting up. Same thing with bullish momentum. The light blue is when the bullish momentum starts. The dark blue is when it starts to wane and the bulls start losing some of their power. And look how controlled this has been. If we want to talk about controlled, sell it, sell it, sell it, not oversold. Super, super controlled. So we do have a little bit of bullish divergence here, meaning we got a higher low on RSI compared to price. Thanks, Judd. I appreciate that. Oh, I cut out twice. It shows that I have no drop frames. Let me go check everything. All right. It shows I have no drop frames. So excellent connection is what it shows for me. 1 second, y'all. I'm trying. Okay. Now, is it any better? Any better? I'm not in the mountains though. Okay. I am going to, y'all just stay, y'all talk amongst yourself. Judd, can you just tell anyone coming into the room, I'm going to reboot, okay? Okay. Y'all want to refresh? Okay, let's see if we can do this again. Everybody panic. Okay, here we go on ES. All right, let's see if this will work. I'm just going to keep going. So we're getting a little bull reaction right here on ES. I know RSI was over 30 on what I was under 30, what I was looking at, but I was saying that they got a higher low compared to that reading from 2 nights ago. So let's see what the bulls can do here. I'm going to keep going. All right. So NASDAQ got an hourly trend change. ES didn't. Do y'all see that? We need to get over 4553 to be convincing. Let me show this again. Okay, so NASDAQ hourly trend change, ES no hourly trend change. So yes, we're getting a little bullish reaction from this jobs number, good, but we need trend changes because trend changes without follow through are therefore bear flags in the making. Looking at NASDAQ 4 hour. Now this bounce is getting a little bit more legs. Now it's looking a little better. So on ES resistance 4552, 455350, support 4536, 4528. All right, so on NASDAQ 15116, 15045. If you get super bullish today, go to the 4 hour. That's all you need to do is go to the 4 hour. The bulls have so much construction to do on this chart to change trends, and over 15372 is much better. Over 15372, things start looking a little better on NQ, and on ES 4603. Okay. All right, perfect. All right, so the 4 hour is the most important time frame today, and the US 10-year sitting down. So the US 10-year, we need it to sit down. There we go. There we go. Break 1822. Most importantly, break 1807. We need tech to bounce. So I know I was cutting up at the beginning, so I'm just going to recap just a little bit because I think it's so important. XLF is not in a good place. We have a 4 hour bear flag forming. XLE is not in a good place. We got that lower high yesterday, and it's a great opportunity actually for bears to top fish. So if XLF and XLE brought us to the party, who's going to bring us home if they left early? Apple has to step up in NASDAQ, and we have to get a solid bounce going and trend changes in order for the market to get any continuity. We can't have the people who brought us to the party leave and then no one else show up. Apple has to show up. QQQ has to show up. NASDAQ has to show up. Let's look at the 2 year. I've been talking about the 2 year incessantly. The 2 year has been hot, hot, hot. We've noticed I've been showing you this daily chart, and for the last 5 months, we've been up 561%, the 2 year yield, meaning lots of inflation in the market, and we need this to settle down and calm down. So we got a little double top there, probably on the 4 hour, yes. And now 1.076 needs to hold, more importantly 107, and we need to roll over. We've got a little head and shoulders on the 4 hour on the US 10 year. That's a little check mark in favor of the bulls. But all eyes on NASDAQ for me, all eyes on NASDAQ and 15372. Okay, VIX. VIX, we have a potential hourly head and shoulders that is forming. We want to lose the neckline at 2228 in order for that to form. If we can roll over bearish on the VIX, that would be another little check mark for the bulls. Bitcoin. Bitcoin gave me a little more bull not confidence. Bulls should have no confidence, but a little more bull bias this morning because we got an EQ. And it's holding up pretty well. And on NASDAQ, we got that lower low, but Bitcoin got a higher low. So if Bitcoin's going to continue to be our tiny little canary in the coal mine, it needs to get over 42586 and 42692. Key supports are 41557, 41126. No death wills. XLF. Your resistance, I like to go to the 15-minute. I like to look at end of day. Any end of day bounces become the key level to start off. the day, 39.57. 39.31 and 39.16 are your supports on XLF. I'm looking to short bounces on XLF, and I'm looking to the NASDAQ for leadership, but that doesn't mean I'm going to just get it carte blanche. I can't just go long Apple and say, well, it's time for you to step up, Apple. They have to prove it, and I need friends with me on the trade. I don't want to show up to the party by myself with Apple. I'm looking for an Apple bounce today, but I'm not just going to step in and buy it. I need my fishing pole. I need to make sure I have friends with me on the trade. Going back to Ethereum. Ethereum, nice bounce on Ethereum. Your key to get over is 3194, and let's just call that 3,200. 3,200 is your key to get over. Support 3117, 3083. Gold with a nice little bull break on that 4-hour bull flag. Now we're getting up into no man's land on gold, meaning I'm still looking for a lower high compared to 1879.50. So if gold can take a break today and get some type of 15-minute downtrend or trend change to the downside, I would be looking for GDX top fishing play. Let's see if that's busted in pre-market. 3303 is what I was looking to top fish on GDX. So gold looks like it got a 4-hour bull flag, bull break. This trade idea may not work. So right now, gold bulls are completely in charge of this chart with support at 1836. Oil with an hourly EQ, we have inventory today, 85.88, 86.07, resistance support 85.08, 84.73. Nat gas is getting the beat down. Nat gas has been very frustrating. So we've been looking for this monthly higher low, looking for the monthly higher low. Last week we bounced beautifully. It's like, okay, maybe that monthly higher low is set. Daily higher low, lower high, and lower low. Lost the daily trend. Nat gas bulls have proven nothing. And remember, on commodities, RSI means so much less on commodities than it does on the indices. I've seen nat gas and oil charts get way beat up a lot more on our Okay, way to go, Louisiana. Beat up a lot more on RSI than I have indices. So just because the nat gas RSI is super beat up, I promise you that's not a signal to go long yet. So if you want to wait for 15-minute trend changes, you want to get a good bottom fish level. So 380 is your next level. Yep, Russia is set for complete ban on cryptocurrencies. That is the scuttlebutt on the street today, and we posted that in Crypto General. I did about an hour ago. Resistance on nat gas is 394. So what you could say for your fishing pole is, okay, 3887. That's now the new line in the sand, and I know below that is 380. All right, got a lower high. Now give me a higher low and go beat 394. Then I will enter long and I'll put my stop under the higher low. That's your fishing pole. But bulls have to prove something. Right now, who's here? Nobody. You showed up at the gang fight by yourself. You got no Crips, you got no Bloods. If this is the showdown street, nobody showed up for the fight. They don't know it. Nobody else knows it's a Crip and Blood fight. So get over 394, that's step one. And then what? We look for a lower high compared to 3986. I'm just saying the nat gas bulls have given you no reason to go buy this dip despite these beat up RSIs. Okay, what you got, Apple? So I like to start with a 15-minute and look at the last bounce high. Okay, so this is what we're working with. So if the bulls can get over 16827, that would be step one that we're getting a dead cat bounce going. Over 16962, step two. Okay, looking better. Get over the high of yesterday, Yahtzee. That looks a lot better. So the high of yesterday is the ultimate hurdle for whatever name you're watching to prove that we may be getting trend changes versus dead cat bounces. If you could hit that like button, I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Baba. Okay, so on silver looks great. Amera Asia, let me go look at it. I know a lot of you are interested. I need to put it on my list. Silver looks wonderful. No problems here. So your next resistance after the high of today is up at let's just call it $25. But 4-hour uptrend looks gorgeous. Nothing wrong here. Hourly support 24.14. Baba, I've got something unpopular to say on Baba. What's new? I would like a top fish against 138.70. We got some news this morning from China about they had a great session, the Hang Seng overnight, but odds favor a lower high compared to 138.70. So yes, it's a wonderful bull break. We're up 6%. I'm not going to just step in and short this. I would wait for price action to show me in a little increased bear volume, but I would like a lower high top fish against 138.70. Etsy long idea. So Etsy did something a lot of names didn't do. It broke the high of, I'm getting my days mixed up, Tuesday. It broke the high of Tuesday. Could this be a daily bear flag? Sure. But it did show relative strength yesterday, and we got some upgrades this morning. I think that my little box down here is way out of reality. I doubt we get a bottom fish back down there because y'all know I like pullbacks to buy if I'm looking long. But we may get something in the 166 area, yesterday's 1 hour lower high. If we could get something in that area, it could be a good dip buy on Etsy. It showed relative strength yesterday. We have a squeeze on the hourly, and we have an upgrade. GDX, I'm going to take this off. This is very dangerous, and we broke that GC 4-hour bull flag to the upside, so this top fish may not work out. Net, we have an hourly squeeze. We got to upgrade this morning, so I like a pullback buy. I need to confirm that. I don't have time to confirm that, but actually, let me just go back real quick. This got on my radar because of a daily inside bar. Now I want to make sure that I'm not making up that upgrade. I'm getting my notes confused. Okay, it's just a daily inside bar, no upgrade. My apologies. But I'm looking for a dip buy opportunity compared to yesterday's low, 93.86. Net was a powerhouse last year at the end of the year. Does that mean that it's going to continue to be a powerhouse? Heck no. But our daily RSI is pretty beat up. Weekly RSI is not oversold. 4-hour RSI has a little positive bullish divergence. So I like it for a daily inside bar trade looking to bottom fish the low of yesterday. High probability of getting stopped out. Netflix earnings after hours. I like it for a pullback buy. Compared to 514.25, I doubt we get back that low if we get this dead cat bounce going a little further. And ES hasn't impressed yet. We've not gotten over 4553, even though the jobs number was initially bullish. They haven't proven anything yet. So on Netflix, we have this EQ. So I'm looking for some dip buy, bull buying into earnings after hours. Doesn't mean I would hold it after hours. That's just what I'm looking at. Nvidia is super beat up. I showed you this falling wedge yesterday I was looking at, and then we popped bull on the open and we pulled back and gave it all back. So that's definitely not what we want to see. And we can be late to this party. It's okay. Daily's not oversold yet. But what we're looking for, 4-hour RSI is at 34. It's kind of cooled off. We're looking for the monthly higher low on Nvidia. If you're looking for a swing, I like Nvidia for a swing, but we need a lot more bear volume to prove that max capitulation for any oversold bounce to work. But again, I like Nvidia to the long side. We may get a dip buy against yesterday's low of 250.52. Tesla was interesting yesterday. Dan showed on the market review video yesterday how right here, Tesla made a new lower low on the day, and QQQ was up near the high of day. And then once QQQ broke that EQ to the downside or looking for that lower high, this would have been a beautiful bottom fish. I missed it. I wasn't watching it, but that was just a nice example. I like Tesla long compared to 980, 980, and then that key support on the daily 980 we're looking to hold. 1,633 and 995 are your supports. Resistance 1016 and then 1027.84. Wells Fargo, I like for a short. I like shorting XLF and XLE names on a bounce. Not here, Now, if the market's bouncing hard, then I don't want to get into this trade, and I only want to focus on my long setups. But I like a top fish setup around $56.15. If we get through there, around $56.81. This is crazy. I updated my computer overnight. That's the only thing I did differently. Normally that helps performance. So it's shocking that it messed me up this morning. You're welcome. I went over coin. I went over the Russell 2000. Yep. Let's look at Ford. Ford is in a precarious situation. I actually drew this morning. I was looking for a potential long, and then the setup did not look wonderful to me. But I can tell you without opening the rest of this chart, this 2180 is a gap fill area. So now let's go look at the daily. Right here, 2188 actually. 2188. Why did I put that in the wrong area? My magnet must have been off. 2188 is a gap fill area on Ford. Ford's been getting beat up. We're approaching daily 50 RSI. So I like Ford for a long as 2180 holds. Otherwise, we could keep going down. Hourly RSI 22, 4-hour RSI 29. I do like Ford for a long this morning. I actually had it as one of my Queen of the Mountain trades, and then I kicked it to the curb after I started looking at other names. But I like it because we're getting this gap fill over with. Sure, I can go through Lucid Dreaming or Lucid Motors. Just kidding. I don't know a lot about Lucid Dreaming, but I want to learn. Okay. It's so interesting how these names just get so popular and people love to trade them. And I don't see clarity sometimes. It's interesting. Support 40.72, 39.27, then 38.83. Resistance 41.67, 42.44. The lockup expired yesterday. It got a great bounce, which doesn't normally make a ton of sense, but on the daily, we're looking for a lower high compared to 47.59 and a higher low compared to 33.76. Let's see if I can draw this. So we got the higher high. We're looking for a higher low, and then on any bounce, we're looking for a lower high. So this could tighten up for weeks. This is a huge range. Google closed with a bearish engulfing candle yesterday. Need to get over the high of day 275.919 to start attempting to change some of these trends. Support is 2700. What happened to my drawing tool? There it is. That one nuts. 2760, 2700, and we're opening up literally dead in the middle of that range. All right, and make sure I didn't miss anything else. One more ticker request. NTES. This is a Chinese name, obviously getting the boost from last night's news, and they had some interest rate news over in China as well. Bears will be sitting right here waiting at NTES at 108.19 right here. That's a top fish level. Doesn't mean it'll work, but 108.19 is definitely a top fish level. Hardly any support, 107. This doesn't look like a lot of volume, so I don't know if I would use that level as support. Then your next support, 105.35. AMD did get a downgrade. I didn't mess that one up. Let me show you. AMD got a downgrade, and it actually made me take off semis for a dip buy. So AMD got a downgrade in neutral from overweight. So they are down in pre-market compared to other semis. So because of this downgrade, it made me take semis off my watch list today. 125.03 is the key support in the short term. And then resistance 130.55, 131.35, 131.44. You're welcome, Blue Dog. I don't know if it was my best show. I feel frustrated that those screens or whatever were cutting out my voice. I apologize. I work hard to make sure everything is seamless before I go live. So really apologize for that. If this is your first day, we normally don't have these technical difficulties. It's been a while, knock on wood. I'm Chart Gal Lori, part of the Chart Guys community. You want to come check us out? We'd love to have you. Use stop losses and TCGers. I'll see you in the room.